What do you think?
I think your mom's a fucking hoe.
Grandma? Is this true?
Well, I did walk in
Oh,
today.
God. She
I
was in the shower?
No, she was pissing with the door open when I walked
Beautiful.
in today.
Now I know where my sister gets it.
So yeah,
All right.
that was lovely.
That should actually be in the podcast.
That was fucking lovely.
Jesus. Sponsored by Liquid Death?
Not actually. We don't want to get sued.
Oh, well, shit.
I don't really want to get sued.
Okay. Well, do you think anybody even watches this thing?
Yeah, some people.
Some people do.
We could just face the logos towards us or something.
Oh, there you go. What do you think? We got some new mics.
Yeah. Kind of had some troubleshooting we had to do with them first, but
some recon.
I think I'm gonna, like I was telling you, I think I'm gonna start trying to download that other program and seeing if I can kind of fuck with things in there.
Okay.
I'll mix this together and stuff too, and try to make it sound a little bit better.
You can do that after the fact.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do that in my Vegas or whatever.
Okay. How are you going to get this file onto? You just put it on a flash drive or
What? Oh, the audio?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't thought that
We haven't
far
thought that
ahead.
far. I have
We
Dropbox
can do
too.
that. Yeah, or we can do Dropbox
I have
or
I don't
whatever.
remember my Dropbox login though.
I feel like this file should, like a WMV file, shouldn't be that big. Even
That's
if we record for like 20, 30 minutes, it shouldn't
Okay.
be that big.
Okay.
I don't think. But
Probably too big to email though.
maybe.
Probably, but I
Maybe.
think I have a flash drive somewhere.
I mean,
still.
yeah.
We'll figure it
We'll
out.
have to figure out a better way to do all this. But if it'd be a lot easier if I could just pick up my fucking computer and just bring it here. But
Yeah.
I don't have a laptop.
No, you
so
do not.
I have
You can take this laptop with you too. If you
Yeah,
want.
but I.
And then you could put that program on there.
Yeah, I could, but
Whatever.
we can leave it here. I know I'll end up forgetting it at some point
Yeah,
or
that's probably
whatever
true.
too. So probably better just to have it.
All right.
But
Well, it's nice to be doing this again.
yeah, actually, I do think I want to try to get like a MacBook at some point.
You were saying that.
Yeah, I think I might actually. Well, your mother gave me another $200 check today, so
My mother.
yeah,
My mother.
your mother.
Oh, great. So you just saving that, and you won money at the casino last week.
I did. This is true.
So
that was nice.
how much is a MacBook?
Like
Have you looked?
1,000.
Are
It's pretty expensive.
I know they're expensive. Kind of like a price of an iPhone.
Yeah, Chloe's got one. I'll ask her how much she paid for it. She got it years ago though, so I'm
Yeah.
sure it's probably even crazier now. But
I'm sure it is too. But
yeah, I don't know. I always wanted one though because it's good for like
it's good for music editing and
mixing
stuff. too.
audio. Yeah, and editing that stuff and like hooking like there's like better programs on the Mac for like playing guitar and stuff too
Right.
on it and like the different plugins and stuff too. So
Nice.
VSTs and whatnot.
VSTs, which stands for?
I have no fucking
Okay,
idea.
all right.
Virtual something something.
Virtual Studio, probably.
Virtual Studio. I don't know. I wish I had my phone and we weren't using it for the video. I could look
That's
it up,
alright.
but
I don't really care.
yeah, me either
Yeah.
necessarily. But
So this is just kind of a test pod for now,
yeah, I guess so.
more than anything, to
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Yeah,
All right.
I hope this comes out sounding okay.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
We'll find out.
we really should think of a way at the start, at least while we can't hook the camera up to like the audio
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, to like at the beginning where we can like distinguish like where we're at, like in the video and the audio, so it's easier for me to put it together.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
instead of trying to sync it up
Yeah,
manually, kind
yeah,
of.
just kind of like do like a hey or
That's a good
do something.
idea.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. But
That's a really good idea.
I'll tough it out for this one, but it's not hard
No, but
because I do it with all my music stuff too. Because I use my phone to like take videos for that too.
right,
So.
and you give yourself a cue to kind of to go off of.
I don't know.
No.
But I should.
Yeah,
But that's kind of what I was just thinking. Is that might help a little bit, make it a little bit easier.
like a 1, 2, 3, 4 or something.
Or just something that like is easily distinguishable. Like if you just like look at your mouth or
Or
something.
like you can wave at the camera
Yeah.
and say, "I'm waving now,"
yeah,
and then
yeah, exactly, something like that. But usually, what I do with my music stuff is just kind of like I listen to the audio on the video recording a little bit, and then I sync that up with my recorded guitar file or whatever.
Mhm.
And then after I get it all synced up, I'll just delete the audio from the camera, and then
Oh, that makes
and it's
sense.
pretty easy. It's not hard, but every once in a while I fuck up, and then my video's all out of sync with the audio. So it's
Nice.
yeah,
Have you ever watched a podcast though and noticed that they're out of sync?
yeah.
I've caught some that are out of sync by like a half second or so.
It's just enough to bother you.
Yes.
Speaking of things being out of sync, ESPN, their hockey coverage.
Yes.
Have you noticed that on ESPN Plus and like when you're watching it on the app or whatever, how out of sync it is?
Mhm.
Like it's like the audio is like a half second or even a second behind the
yeah.
or the
It's
video.
bad.
It's so bad.
It's bad, and it's often too.
It bugs the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's often too.
As cool as having hockey on ESPN is again.
Yeah.
That's one gripe that I have.
Yeah.
TNT is way better.
It is, but I don't know. It's nice to be able to watch every game, no matter what it's on.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
still.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I have noticed that, and I've noticed when I watch podcasts, because I don't listen to many podcasts. I usually watch them on YouTube, and every once in a while I see one, and you're watching it, and it's like it's off too.
Yeah, it kind of bugs. It bugs me.
because you're able to see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're obviously if it's just audio, you would never pick up
It's like,
on it.
and it's like you almost wonder, like, is it my phone or my computer that's doing it, or is
I do wonder
or do
sometimes
they not notice
if
it?
I have a lag
Like,
on
how
my
do-
TV or something. Yeah.
Like, did they not like play it back at least a little bit and notice?
Sometimes I
you know?
wonder if it, because you've had issues before in some of our past podcasts where it's fine as you're doing it, and then once you render it,
Oh yeah.
it kind of gets off.
I've
Things
had
get
that.
screwed up too. So it makes me wonder if as they're doing it, it looks fine, and then it's rendered, and they don't necessarily, like some of these podcasts are 2 hours long. They don't preview it after
Yeah.
they render it
Right.
and before they post it. So it's just once it's rendered, they put it out there. It's like, oh shit,
Right.
It's
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
and then it's like, well, it's already out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you would think they'd put like a disclaimer or something, but I guess it's not really. We're kind of making a big deal out of nothing.
We are.
But it's just a
It's
little.
the American way.
It's, yeah.
Make a
typical.
big deal out of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
one of the American ways.
it is. So what's new?
Oh, living the dream.
Yeah.
Not much.
No.
You excited to stop working for the?
I'm not done yet though.
Well, I know, but are you
It's been
excited?
20 degrees the last 2 nights and 20 again tonight. And then I got to work, and then it's supposed to be warmer by the middle of the week and then rain though. So
Yeah.
I haven't heard the shutdown date. I think we're going to stay open off and on as long as we can get players and as long as there's not snow that sticks on the ground. I don't know.
Yeah, that one little snowstorm we had was actually kind of intense.
It didn't last though.
No, it like in the morning it was because it was just freezing. It was like at 32
Right?
degrees.
Big flakes when
it
you
was
went to work.
huge. Oh yeah, and it was windy too, and that didn't.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was almost like a little blizzard condition out at the airport for a while.
Yeah.
But
Did it stick up there too?
Yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
didn't. It was only sticking in the grass and in the trees a little bit here and on the roof.
It stuck out there quite a bit. I had to like brush my car off when I left, and then, but like throughout the day, it was a little bit here and there on the grass. But once it started to warm up a little bit, it kind of turned to rain, and then it's kind of like just a rain snow mix for most of the day, and kind of washed it all out. But
Isn't that crazy? Last weekend, so 5 days before that stuff
it
happened,
was 70.
it was 70, like 74 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
And-
then,
Usually we get like a gradual kind of drift into the colder temperatures, but this year it was like
Boom.
70, 30.
Yeah.
And then, 2 days ago, it was under 20. It was like
Mhm.
18, 19.
that way
when I
again
was
last
working.
night too.
Yeah.
Or this morning, I guess, when I walked.
It's probably supposed to be like that tonight, too, isn't it?
It's supposed to get down to 21, I think.
Great. Yeah, I've been freezing. I bit the bullet and put my heater in my room last
I
night.
got my little one going too. It's already, it's already 30 outside right now.
I kept telling Chloe, I was like, I'm not doing it until it gets
November?
below freezing. I
Oh,
said I
well.
refuse to do it, even though I've been freezing my ass
It
off
got below
before.
freezing.
Yeah, and so I said, whatever, you know what, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
So
you should. You got below freezing.
yeah, but
That kind of put a into our Monday golfing though.
yeah, that sucks. Hope we
We'll see what happens
maybe.
for 9 holes tomorrow. It's
Maybe.
supposed to be nice after it all melts, but
Yeah, you're to open tomorrow still. Yeah.
I'll be there.
What
We'll
time do you
figure-
have to get there?
I'll get there like 8:45 again.
That's not too bad.
Because we won't get going until noon.
Right.
But
Nick, have any crazy people out there?
oh yeah, it'll just be a different breed of crazy people because weekend golfers are different than weekday golfers. It'll be the Monday usuals wanting to know what's going on.
Right.
I didn't even tell you yesterday we were at the hockey game. I was just kind of got home, settled in for about an hour, and then we went to the hockey game. But I had a guy call me, a guy that's played all the time. I've known him forever. Called me yesterday morning. Granted, we didn't go until 12:30 yesterday, and it was 20 degrees when I got to work at 8:45. He calls me about 9:15 and says, "So what's the scoop today? I got like a 10:15 tea time." And I said, "Well, if and when the frost melts, then we'll get going. I don't know. Don't know when it's going to melt, or if it doesn't melt soon enough, if we'll get open. I have no idea, Dana. I'm going to call him out right now." Anyway, and he He goes,
That's a fucking girl's name, by the way.
it was a guy though.
That's a fucking girl's name,
Yeah,
though. You
yeah.
should be embarrassed.
Last
Your
name.
parents must not love you.
Anyway, and I said, he goes, well, I just wondering if I, should be there on time, or I said, well, we're not going to go for. I said my best guess is not until after 11 today. It's just best guess. And I don't even like to give a best guess unless I know somebody and have a kind of a rapport with them, and then I'll sometimes throw something out there to appease them. I kid you not. A half an hour later, I get a call. He goes, yeah, this is Calgar again. That's his last name now, by the way. So he goes, this is Calgar again. And I just started laughing. He goes, what? And I go, you're calling me again? I said, what do you need this time? He goes, I just want to know if there's any change.
This motherfucker.
And I just hesitated, and I go, yeah, it's 2 degrees warmer than it was when you called me a half hour ago, but it's still in the mid-20s, and my answer is still the same.
Yeah.
I go, if you have frost, is it cold at your place as it is here? And this motherfucker goes, well, actually, I live quite a ways away. And I said, well, then you know what? It might even be colder there. So when the frost does melt at your house, that would be a good time to head this way.
Did you actually say
Yes.
that? Oh, that's hilarious.
And I'm like, Dana, what's going on? So then this guy calls me back about 11.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, yeah, we're just going to cancel today. And I said, so let me guess, frost hasn't melted at your house? Because you live so far away? It's like, Jesus.
Oh, my God. How do you deal with that?
I actually had a good attitude yesterday because it's the first time I've had any frost since like March and we didn't have any cold. Once we opened in March, it was like we had a little bit of delay here and there, but it wasn't like a 20 degrees.
Right.
So it wasn't bad. So I was kind of fresh.
Yeah.
But it's just, so I was kind of in a good spirits about things. We'll see how I am tomorrow because it'll be day 2 of dealing with this. But it's just like, dude, most everybody else was very understanding. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a tea time? And I go, yeah, I could get you in here, but here's the deal. There's 12 groups booked ahead of you, starting at 9:45 when the first tea time was, and they're not going to go until 12:30. So
Right.
you're still going to be 12 groups back. So I could put you in this slot, but you're not going to go in that slot. Or I could say, come out at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and you'll be able to play 9.
Mm-hmm. I think what you guys should keep doing this shotgun thing.
We can't.
No?
Our superintendent doesn't like to have us do that. They're doing it at ESI starting tomorrow, but our superintendent likes to have the whole course mown before everybody goes out, instead of having his crew work around people. And I get that to a certain degree too.
Yeah.
But
when do they mow?
first thing in the morning, it's like, but the deal is, if it gets this cold for this long, the grass goes dormant. So if it's not growing and you don't have to mow, could we do it then?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say that worked out well for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
When you did
When we
that.
did in the past, yeah.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't have to deal with all this shit.
Kudos to Ron when he came up with that idea several years ago.
Mhm.
But yeah, our superintendent doesn't like to do it because as long as he's still mowing, he wants the crew to would want to have everything
Well,
mowed.
that makes complete sense.
It does.
But
It does. But things are not, although with it getting warmer and wetter middle of the week, it'll start growing again.
Right.
So I get it. I get both sides. I get it'd be great to do, and I get why he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I would save you guys a lot of stress up in the pro shop too, without having to deal with all these dumb fucks and.
Yeah.
But I guess you're used to that.
To a degree, and it gives you a chance, like I was with that guy, with Dana, by the way. I get to be a little snarky once in a while too.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of a release for me.
for sure.
Yeah.
And you know what, you deserve that after
Well,
all the shit you guys have to do with, coming down
Yeah.
on Wednesday night,
Just hanging out down
Scotty
there.
and.
And that's on a tame night because it's men's league guys.
Mhm. Yeah.
Imagine when it's just randos.
People coming in asking for carts for Twilight and.
Whatever.
Well, we'll be done before you guys get done. Blah blah blah.
When do I need to have the carts back?
Yeah.
That's not an option. The option is you're not going to rent one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or the guys trying to make the turn with a cart at
Oh, yeah.
6:30.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, people always say they'll abide by the rules if you just give them what they want, and they never do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's our first go around.
Nope.
We've dealt with these people before.
I was there for 2 years and I learned all that shit too.
Yeah. Yeah. People give you lip service
Mm-hmm.
just to get what they want, and then they don't care.
Yep.
You would not believe how many people are in the computer system with notes attached to their customer file. People
Really?
that try to do that. I mean, we've gotten pretty good. And other courses do on certain bad, like yesterday. I rang up so many people, and a pop-up note said, "Don't give this guy what he wants. He's insists on this and brings his own alcohol and just random stuff everywhere." There's notes on a lot of people in there
Mhm.
too. So people do document that stuff.
How many people do you think, just kind of a random question, how many people do you think bring their own little bottles of alcohol?
If they're people that do drink on the golf course, 80%.
Really? I'd say like most people don't really give a shit too much, even though you're not supposed to have it. I'd say obviously the higher ups at Downriver and stuff too probably care,
Yes.
but like I feel like all the players don't care. Players don't care about other players, even if they're like regulars
Right.
too. You know, like
But it's just, I don't
I was
think,
just, there's kind of a
I
random
don't
thought
think
about it.
anybody necessarily sneaks a lot of their own beer on,
Mhm.
because we have a variety of
You have
beer,
a great
and you're
selection.
buying stuff too. And now that we have hard alcohol, I feel like more people, but maybe it's always been that way too. I just feel like, the little bottles or whatever, I'm sure people have those in their bag all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
I mean, I see Instagram stories of men, women, old, young, it doesn't matter, where they're posting things and they're like birdie juice and they're toasting each other out on
Right.
a tee box or something too, and it's something that we don't sell.
Yeah.
And it's illegal. It's like taking your own drinks to a bar.
Right.
We have a liquor license at the golf course. You can't do it.
Right.
There's a fair percentage of people that just don't know that that's a rule, and then once you tell them and if you catch them,
They kind of get
they're
it.
like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Right.
But there's a lot of them that have known forever and they still do it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, you couldn't bring your own liquor onto the golf course even before you guys had your liquor license?
Just any kind of beer. Nothing.
Interesting.
Obviously, you can bring soda, water,
Right,
whatever, and
right.
stuff. But yeah, anything alcoholic,
Interesting.
because we have a liquor license just like a bar does, to
Right.
be able to resell it. So it's
Right.
the same thing. Would you walk into a tavern with your own beer?
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. No, that makes sense. Complete sense.
Exactly.
But no, I just kind of a random thought that I just had.
And sometimes people are just like I said, totally oblivious. There was one guy in a tournament, I think it was earlier this year, a shotgun tournament. And one of the guys who was kind of in charge came in the pro shop afterwards and was just talking about the tournament. One of the guys that was responsible for paying too. And Steve and I both caught him as he's standing there talking to us and said, really glad you had a good time, but by the way, we don't sell flat top Coors Light that you got there in your hand. And the look on his face, he knew he was busted.
Mhm.
And he knew he shouldn't have had it.
Right. So what'd you guys do?
Just said, basically he took care of it right then and there. He went and threw it away. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have chugged it.
it's it's just so obvious because everything's a screw top
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to some of that stuff.
Right.
You look
I wouldn't want to bring an open top can on a golf course anyway.
it spills, especially the way I drive.
Yeah. No shit.
I spilled my liquid death all over the place.
God damn, dude.
Well, do you think that course isn't bumpy?
I know all courses are bumpy, but
Downriver's bad because of all the tree roots.
yeah, Downriver's very bad.
Pine trees are always close to the surface and bumpy.
Downriver's bad from the parking lot all the way to
To the parking lot.
Yeah.
Parking lot to parking lot.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cart paths are terrible.
Cart paths
what
are
little
awful.
cart paths we have. But
Especially that one where you're going down 10 or down the hill right there.
yeah.
That needs to be fixed. That's not good.
They should just send one straight over the top of the hill.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like I said, I think they should make like a little path for you guys to drive out
To
the
go
maintenance gate
along
right
the road
there.
to the maintenance gate. That's
Why not?
actually a really good idea.
I mean, I know it's probably a little too close to the road with like cars and stuff too.
Not really. I mean, I'd rather have people driving over there than walking over there. Although if you put a cart path, people might walk over there with like push carts too, and that is kind of close to the road. But
Right, but also there's like all the rocks right there where people park their cars and stuff
Oh,
too.
true.
It's busy. That's the other thing. But I feel like that at least do it temporarily so you can fix that, or fix it this winter when the course is closed.
yeah, it's a straighter shot though, and it's not as steep.
Yeah.
Over there would actually make more sense.
Exactly. I think so too.
I'll bring that up.
You should.
It's my list of things I would like to.
You should. A
Yeah.
list of things that won't change,
No.
but you have the ideas for.
Yeah, I do. I have ideas. Well, they might change. You never know.
Yeah. Who knows?
You never know. I have
Yeah.
a lot of it. I was thinking, this is something I'm going to ask, and it's probably not feasible and not possible, but how many times in the last 2 years do you go somewhere and somebody flips around a fucking iPad and want you to tip them?
Oh my god.
What if we put a tip option on the credit card machines in the pro shop?
You should.
They have it in the restaurant. Everywhere else you go, they flip it around and you have an option for a tip no matter what the service is.
Mm-hmm.
We're offering a service by checking them in, give people the option to tip us. We don't make very much money,
I agree.
especially with minimum wage going up. That's a way to supplement our income if we give good customer service.
You guys should get the little iPads with the credit card reader and do that. I think that's a great idea.
Why can't we qualify for
Oh yeah, absolutely.
gratuities
You
too?
absolutely should.
Everybody else asks for them now.
It would be, people would be more inclined to do it if you did it. Might as well.
The first time I thought about it was when we went to the concert at the casino,
Mhm.
and we paid $15 for a beer,
Mhm.
and all those people did when we paid is reach behind them into a big bucket full of ice, pull the can out, crack the top, and then they flip that thing around and want a tip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's the same thing at the arena. That they said when they went cashless a couple years ago, now they have all the iPads. So, like, for example, yesterday, it was last night's game. Chloe and I went to get a drink beforehand, and she got a root beer. That was it. She just got a large root beer. And it was a younger girl, so obviously, she's probably like in high school. So obviously, like, I feel more inclined to tip if they're
Me too.
younger.
Me too.
And stuff too, which is totally fine. But there's 90% of the people that work at the arena aren't. They're
Right.
older,
Right.
too. But she scooped some ice, automatic drink dispenser, by the way. Put a lid on it and said $6.50 or whatever the fuck it is now. And then flipped it around and it says it'll ask you if you want a tip, and then it's hit pay, blah 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 blah. I'm just thinking, like, it drives me crazy. And then even like when I got my alternator replaced in my car last year, it was guy was checking me out in his office, and he it was an iPad thing, flipped around the iPad.
No way.
And it asked if I wanted to tip. And like the lowest option for a tip, because I paid like $600 some
Right.
or whatever, it was like 15%, it was like $60 some for a tip. I'm like, bro, are you fucking serious?
At an
Like-
auto place they have a tip thing?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, is that ridiculous?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
But then, like, when I went to this other place recently, when I got my my Master Stone to replace on my clutch, same kind of. It was the same kind of thing. Like, he had the iPad with the card reader and everything too, but he just took it himself and took it back there, swiped my card, and told me I was good to go. Give me a receipt.
Yeah.
Which is how it should be.
Honestly. I'm sorry, but they already marked that stuff up so much on automotive repair stuff. I know. Just my opinion.
No,
I'm
I
not saying
agree.
that they're not providing a service, because they are, but holy cow.
Oh, I agree. And
How about you give me a chance to give you $20 just a set amount or whatever?
Exactly. And see, the thing is there's a handful of places where I will always tip.
Me too.
Restaurants, coffee stands,
Me too.
and bars.
Mhm.
I'll do it at bars. Like, even at the Chiefs game, if I get a beer, I'll give them a little tip
Yeah.
for pouring
Right.
me a beer.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
Right.
Even if it's just a dollar.
Yeah.
That's
$1's
totally
a dollar.
fine.
It's like what I give to a coffee people.
Every time I go to Wake Up Call, I'll always tip them at least $1.
Yeah. Those are the places I do it too. Restaurants, you should.
Restaurants, you should.
Yeah.
For sure, definitely. If you don't, you're an asshole.
Have you seen the new thing out now too, where restaurants? And I don't know of any in town here doing it. I'm sure some are, where they're adding what they call a service fee basically to your meal too. So but they still want you to tip too, but they're adding a fee to
Oh, yeah.
go to everybody kind of type thing.
Yeah. Well, and
Why don't you just build that into your prices?
Well, there's that option, or most restaurants, at least when I worked at Tomato Street, they were like, we split all our tips between,
Right.
like, all the tips
got
everybody got
pooled.
between busters and servers, so
Yeah.
all pool it together and
Yeah,
then split it. Do that instead of charging just like a service fee for
Mhm.
like no, that's
And if you feel like you need to charge that because for employee benefits or whatever you want to call it, just build in your prices.
exactly.
It's just like service fees and processing fees on buying concert tickets or whatever and stuff too.
Jesus,
It's
don't
just
even
like,
get me started. on
holy
that.
cow! This is the price. Take that out. Charge whatever you're going to charge, and if it ends up being that total, that's fine.
Mhm.
But don't make me feel like I'm getting ripped off because I'm buying a $50 ticket and I got to pay $24 service fee.
In the last
And it's all electronic, mind you. You're not paying printing fees anymore.
exactly. In the last month and a half, I've bought tickets to 4 concerts, I believe. I got tickets for Chloe and I to see the Jonas Brothers because she wants to see Jonas Brothers.
Mhm.
And then the next day I'm going to see Chelsea Grin. And then in February, Valentine's Day is Fit for a King in Devil Wears Prada. And then end of February is Beartooth.
Mhm.
Bought tickets for all 4 of those, and I think all those tickets were pretty reasonably priced. Like, even the Jonas Brothers was only like $45
Really?
a ticket.
That's
It really
cool.
wasn't bad at all. And then, like, I think Chelsea Grin was like 25. I want to say Fit for a King, and that show was 30. And then I think Beartooth was 35.
Wow.
Something like
Very
that, right?
reasonable.
In just those 4 concerts with the service fees, I have paid over $100 in just the service fees combined.
And like I said, you're not paying any printing costs anymore.
No, and they don't even give you the option to print your own ticket anymore either. It's all on your phone.
Yeah.
Do you really need to
No.
charge people to send a fucking ticket virtually to your email?
No.
Or your phone?
Maybe,
or whatever?
but not that much.
No. It's ridiculous. I saw it. It reminds me of a meme I saw. It's like Ticketmaster be like, concert ticket $20, and then it says service fee $5 whatever, and then it says fuck you fee $3,
Right.
and then it says just because fee, and then it's another $1 won't hurt you fee,
Right.
And just says
That's
just
what
because I
it feels
fucking
like.
feel like it fee. Yeah, it's like
So you're gonna charge whatever I want.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I hate it.
I wish you could just go up and just buy a fucking ticket. Like, especially if you just go down. Like, that's why with the local shows, I like just buying it from the promoter himself.
Exactly.
Because then it's like, all right, $15-20. That's it.
And when you go down, like even for Chiefs games, if you go down and get a ticket and pay for it in person down there versus doing it online, at least in previous years, you didn't get charged a service fee by going.
You don't get charged a service fee doing it on Ticketmaster or Ticketswitch website.
You don't anymore.
Because I buy tickets for Chloe a lot,
Mhm.
and like I bought hers for yesterday's game. And
Is it because you have an account through the Chiefs? Is that why
No.
though? Because a couple of years ago, when I would buy like extra tickets for Alley or whatever and stuff too, I got charged extra by doing it online.
no,
But when I went down and got them in person, I didn't. But at that time, they were also still giving you printed tickets down there
right.
too.
No, because what they do is like there's like different options. I think you can like get like a physical ticket still on the Tickets West website.
Mm-hmm.
But I always, if you do the mobile ticket, it says 000 next to it.
Nice.
Like so,
Right.
it's free, and then you just pay like. And I always say she's a student,
Right.
so I get the $3 off. So I only paid like $20 for
Nice.
a ticket or whatever, and that's it. And it just
Nice.
charges my card.
Right.
That's
Because you
it.
have the account.
Yeah,
Yeah. So they don't charge a service fee anymore then. Because
Right.
they did for a couple of years ago. I know, like 2 years ago, they did.
that's probably because when they were printing the tickets still.
That could be.
Yeah.
But whenever I went down there in person, I was like, it's worth the price of gas to go down there in person and not have to pay that service fee.
For sure, man.
Yeah. But it's the way of the world anymore.
Oh yeah, especially North America. I feel like I don't know how bad it is over in like Europe and stuff too.
I don't know either. Be interesting if you could ask concert guys that tour over there.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's like over there. I don't know.
I don't know if it's any more expensive or I wouldn't want to even go over on the other side of the ocean right now, even if it is Europe.
Good point. I don't even want to be here sometimes.
I don't either. Fucking nowhere's safe these days.
Right here, we're pretty safe here.
Yeah.
Third floor.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're pretty safe here,
I guess.
more or less.
For sure.
Did you ever hit record on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wondered. This dawned on me just now.
I did.
Okay, good.
I did. I'm gonna double check. You got me double checking that, but I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Otherwise, this would just be an audio podcast.
Yeah. No, we're good.
Of course, we don't even know if it's going to be an audio podcast. This is a test run, but
That's true.
yeah.
No, but yeah, we're good.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Well, you want to wrap this one up for now and leave it a test podcast?
Yeah, I guess
get
we can
into
do that.
more stuff later.
Yeah, we can do that.
See how it goes.
Yeah. Works for me.
Cool. All right. Well, let's see how this one turns out, and
I hope this shit sounds good.
we'll go from there. I kind of like these. They look good. Makes us feel almost official.
Yeah, definitely does.
They came with a little adapter thing to be able to clip them onto like a boom thing too. We could get the booms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. We
Yeah.
should do that. I'm sure you can find those pretty cheap somewhere.
I'm sure. Timu.
Team lifesaver.
It
Thank-
is.
Thanks, all you slave children.
Chinese Amazon. Timu.
Jesus, that's fucked up.
I know it is.
All right.
All right, buddy. Love you.
Yeah, I love you.